What's up, YouTube? How we doing? Hope everybody's having a great Monday. What uh what a week it's been for me, guys. Last week, especially. So first of all, I told you guys, it's been dead. I haven't been able to meet anybody, and not this Saturday that just passed, but the prior Saturday to that. Today's the 12th of February, guys. I met somebody at the grocery store, and I asked the person, like, if they're, down to hang out and listen to music. They said yeah, and I'm like, oh, great, awesome. And then then I asked them, several questions just to see who I'm getting involved with here, right? Just to see like where they're at. And I asked them, do you have any roommates? And then she said, no. So I'm like, okay, she's got her own place. So then I went ahead, and no, she flips it on me, and then she's like, do you have any roommates? I'm like, no, I'm just staying in a one bedroom. She's like, oh, great, okay. And then we hit it off from there. And as we were talking, she's like, oh, I actually stay in my car. And I didn't think too much of it because I used to stay in my car too. And then I was like what's the big deal, right? I mean, we're all, going through stuff, and we should all help each other, so I gave it a try. I gave it a chance, right? And then she told me she was a dancer, and I'm like, oh wow, great, I love to dance, right? But she actually ended up being a stripper, and she's been doing it for like a long time, like 5 years or so. And I was like, my emotions just came down, because I'm like, oh wow, like, this is not something that I would be willing to get involved with, you know what I'm saying? And then I said, she's so like positive, and she's so gorgeous, and she's all of these things to me, right? I mean, nobody's perfect, right? And so I'm like, what the heck, like, just I'm gonna eat this up. I'm gonna try to stay strong. And so she spent some time with me, right? And I was happy, the first few days. And then one day she came home from work, and I just didn't really see her the same. I felt like she was put on, it's okay to smoke weed. Plus, she smoked weed. I quit smoking weed, like, it's been several months now. So the way I function is totally different compared to her. And one day she came home, and I just felt like she was out of place, right? Because there's one thing to smoke weed, and there's another thing to like kind of be like, out of place. I don't know if it was because she was tired. I don't really know what the situation was. But then I bring things to her attention, right? And this is the point of the video, guys, is that if you're gonna have a relationship with anyone, you should be able to talk about things and address things, and not have to feel offended or feel like, like, because someone's bringing something up, it's just like every other relationship that you had, in the past, and you should feel like, oh, okay, here's another person just like the past. No, anybody that's in a relationship, if you have questions and you trust each other, you should just be able to answer them comfortably, especially if you trust each other, especially if, you know, whether she or he is letting you into their home, right? I mean, for crying out loud, you know, you're just trying to make sure the person's okay, you care about them, you want the best for them, and you want their well-being, right? It's already bad enough that they're, you know, out there doing whatever it is that they're doing, and you don't agree with that, and you would suggest something better, like maybe, like, you know, being a cook, or, you know, being an astronaut, or being a lawyer, or doctor, or, you know, being a personal fitness coach, you know, all these things, instead of being a dancer, you know, and saying that because the reason why you're a dancer is because you know your worth and your value, and you can make a lot more money doing that than working a 9 to 5, like 99.9% of the world, you know. And then I'm like, you know, trying to make suggestions to this person, but wouldn't really take them in. You know, I'm like, I'll help you. You know, you don't have to do what you're doing. No, that's okay. I like what I'm doing. I'm not going to do it very long. You know, this is the last year. And I was like, all right, great. It's the last year. No more of this. Let's take it day by day. So that was the first time, you know, after a few days of being with me, she came home, and I just didn't really feel like she was in her place, like her soul, or her spirit was out of her body. I felt like she was different. So that really scared me, and you know, we talked about it. If you want to call it an argument, we argued, but you know, it's very hard for me, especially being 37 years old, guys, for me to, like, you know, like, try to be irresponsible, or try to, like, go behind someone's back and do something, you know. And she was 34, you know. So I kind of thought, you know, she's already, like, you know, girls are supposed to mature much faster than guys are, right? But, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm right or she's right, or I'm wrong and she's right. But what I am gonna say is, if you can talk about things with someone and just agree to disagree, or agree to agree, you know, and still maintain a relationship, because you know that this is not meant to harm anyone, then for the most part, you should not break up because someone's addressing something to you and it makes you feel like it's a prior past situation, and you use that to affect your current relationship. Every relationship is different. It doesn't matter what similarities they may have from a past relationship that you see. Every relationship is different, guys. So keep that in mind. Obviously, I'm thinking if you're not able to talk about things, there must be something that you're hiding, you know. And it's not about bringing up the past. It's just about talking about life in general and seeing eye to eye, or understanding one another if you agree to disagree. Because it's okay to disagree, but at least you're understanding, right? At least you're knowing the situation. So that's what it comes down to, guys. I'm over here. I'm about to do my taxes right now. I missed my 2022 taxes, so I have to file those, and I'm going to do my 2023 taxes. And Dogecoin is at 8.1 cents. And I believe Bitcoin is at 41 or 42 or 45,000, guys, from the last time I saw it. So, keep on investing into your health. Your health is wealth. Keep on investing into yourself. Keep the fight. Don't stop thriving. Keep on going. Keep on believing. As hard as it may seem, as like delusional as you may be, just keep it going, guys. I promise you things will happen for you. So yeah, going back to the conversation, guys, about this past relationship, which I was happy about, because I'm like, all right, regardless of all these things that she's doing, and I'm gonna accept her, right? I'm gonna make her feel welcomed, right? So this Saturday, which was the 9th, okay? The 9th, which was a Saturday, I believe, or the 10th of February. So she likes being on the phone with me, or I don't know if it's just like a thing that she did just to make me feel comfortable, but we just stood on the phone regardless of what I was doing, because I'm doing DoorDash, guys. And she's just like on the phone with me the whole time. It doesn't matter, even if we're not talking, we'll still be on the phone. And I told her one of my customers that I was shopping for, I had to get a reimbursement. And I told her, I'll be back. I gotta make a phone call. So she ended up hanging up. She usually stays on the line. She ended up hanging up the phone. And then I called her back after I was done, doing my transactions and stuff. I called her back, and then she said that she's gonna get a new phone, that she feels her phone was hacked. That was another thing, her phone being hacked. It's like, I was just trying to be understanding, because that's so silly to me, right? Our phones being hacked, but apparently that's how she felt. So I was just trying to be respectful and, just trying to be understanding. So she's like, my phone is hacked, I'm thinking about getting a new line. And I told her, if you're thinking about getting a new line, I didn't tell her that right then and there, but I told her, a few days before that day that I actually offer cell phones, and that she could get a cell phone through me, or I can just get her a brand new number. Now, mind you, that she's been here since August of last year, right? I'm not going to tell you where she's from. I'm not going to name any names or anything like that. But this is the story, right? So she's new to California, and I'm telling her, California is, really different. A lot of things that you've done here and there are not going to be, you're not going to be able to do the same out here. You could hope, wish, and pray about that, but good luck, And so, I got the call from her. She's like, yeah, I'm going to go to T-Mobile and I'm going to get a new phone. I'm like, okay, fine. Right? So that was at 5 p.m., guys. 5 p.m. So she goes ahead. She does her thing. I don't know what she's doing, right? That's what she says she was doing. And then around 8 o'clock, 3 hours later, she calls me and tells me that she didn't even call me from the phone that she got. She called me through Instagram because she forgot my phone number, which was okay. I really did believe that. I really did. So she called me through Instagram, And I was like, I was happy about that, you know, because I thought she was gone. I thought that was a done deal. I wasn't going to hear from her again, you know, considering the type of lifestyle that she has, her job, you know, not knocking her down, you know, just like, I just really thought she was out of here, you know, wasn't going to see her again. But she calls me and she's like, oh, you know, like I got 2 lines and I spend this much money. And that's what didn't make sense to me, because she complained about how she's trying to save money to make her car payment. And she makes her car payments hella late. I'm not even talking about weeks, I'm talking about months that she's late. And she's happened to make this system for herself where, you know, the car company that she's with is allowing that, which she's very lucky, because I mean, most companies, I don't know if they allow that or not, but I'm pretty sure she's getting some late fees, because I'm getting late fees. I'm usually not late at all, but regardless of the fact, you know, I'm a few days like not on time, because I'm usually supposed to make my payments on the 29th of every month, but I don't make them until like maybe the 10th or earlier than that of the following month. Because considering that things have gone up in California, like my rent, car insurance, food, you know, it's just been hard to make ends meet. And that's another reason why I tell you guys, if you guys want to offer healthcare together with me, it's never been a better time. We can partner up together. We can save people money on their healthcare costs, anywhere between 30 to 70% off, guys, which is huge. A lot of people need this, guys. You know, your friends need it, your family needs it, people that you pass by on the streets need it. Everybody needs it, guys. So you could be that person to offer that healthcare. So back to the story. If you want to be offering healthcare together with me, don't forget to put down on the comments that you're interested in offering healthcare, and I will send you a Zoom link, guys. Please don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and family and neighbors. I'm really trying to grow my audience, and I'm really trying to build friendships, relationships, business acquaintances, you name it. I'm trying to meet everybody in this world. I want to give a big shout outs to Mr. Beast. I want to give out big shout outs to Graham Stephan. I want to give a big shout out to all the YouTubers out there. And back to the story, guys. So here we go. So she tells me that she spends about 200 and some change on these cell phones, right? They gave her 2 different numbers or 3 different numbers. She said something in those words, and I was like, okay. So then I send her my phone number through Instagram. She calls me on the phone that she decided to call me from, and it said Pedro something on the caller ID, right? So if it took you this long to activate a line, yada yada yada, you know, that's kind of strange, right? Because it was a prepaid line and you're buying the device. It's a brand new device. So the first device, this is how the story, I felt like how she explained the story was, when she got her first new device, she felt that device was hacked. So because she felt that device was hacked, she goes ahead and she buys another device, meaning a smartphone. Okay? So that just didn't make any sense to me. How is it that you're going to buy a brand new phone with a brand new number, and all of a sudden you feel like that phone is hacked? And then you go ahead and you buy another phone. So that just didn't ring with me. It just didn't like sit well with me. So, you know, I was talking to her. I'm like, where are you at? She's like, I'm over here somewhere. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm almost done. I'm gonna be home soon. Okay. She's like, okay. So then I see her and you know, she's by my house. I pick her up because you know she has to park somewhere else. She can't park the in my place because you know it's full. The parking structures are full. There's no parking there, so she had to park outside of the building on the outskirts, right? So I would always pick her up from her car and wherever she's parked. I pick her up. I didn't sense anything. I didn't feel anything. I was just like, I was just chilling. I was just trying to chill. I was just trying to be cool, right? We get home and I tell her, you know, we should like get an early start and go to bed, right? And then she said no. She said like, why don't we hang out? You know, she wanted to smoke, and I'm like, okay. And then I bring up the cell phone situation, and that's when it all fell apart. And this is my point, right? And I'm gonna end the video now because I mean, this is the end, right? And I hope that, you know, in the future, you know, if she decides to come back, which I really highly doubt it, but if she does, you know, she'll be watching this video. By the way, she's subscribed to this video. If she does decide to come back, that, you know, if I ask any questions or anything, it's not to offend her, but it's only just to understand her and make sure everything's okay. Because if something's not okay and you're doing something that I'm not okay with, at least I'm aware of it and you can move on and you can do whatever you want. It's none of my business, right? But if you're staying with someone and you're telling the person, that's another thing. She told me, hey, we're going to be together forever. And, you know, that's like, girls don't usually say that. I mean, I'm not used to that. We're going to be together forever. And I'm her daddy. She's calling me daddy. You know, and I'm not gonna say too much, guys, but you know, it was just very surprising to me, right? That we're gonna be together forever, and here you are, you're leaving because I'm bringing up things that make you feel like it's something from the past and you're tired of listening to. So if you do decide to come back, which again, I highly doubt it, but if you do, you know, it's okay to ask questions. It's not meant to make you feel bad or make you feel upset or make you feel like stressed or make you feel like, you know, you don't belong. It's just a conversation. It's not to offend anybody. Okay? So going back to the story, guys, I was asking her these questions. She was unhappy. She said, you know what, take me back to my car. I'm out of here. I take her to the car. I'm like, you don't have to do this. You know, like, just let's relax. Let's pretend like this never happened. She wouldn't budge. And it was just drama. I feel like it was just drama for no reason, right? But if it was that easy for her to leave, I kind of feel like, you know, she really didn't want to be there. You know, she didn't want to be with me. So that's the story, guys. It's been 2 days from that day, right? Today is Monday. This happened on Saturday or Friday night, you know, one of those two. And, you know, the first day was really hard for me. You know, I couldn't sleep. I think I slept like about half an hour, which is 30 minutes. And then I just went straight to the gym, worked out, and just got the day going because I just couldn't stop thinking about her. I couldn't stop thinking about the situation. You know, I just felt like, you know, like, I just felt like I could really help her. You know, I felt like, you know, this is somebody I want to help. I was taking it day by day. You know, she had 2 dogs. And that's another thing that I didn't understand. You know, she had 2 dogs. You know, and she's staying in her car, and I just like, wow, this must be so difficult. But I'm sure she made up a system for herself and made it simple for herself. Oh, it's okay, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna miss her dogs. And guys, you know, don't feel down. You know, I mean, we gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep getting out there. You know, she even told me, oh, you know, like when I was in the car trying to get her back to go home, she's like, oh, if I go somewhere and somebody hits me up, yeah, I am gonna date them and I will go out with them. And I'm like, wow, she's already telling me like she's already gonna move on, you know. So that is the story, guys. You know, you just got to keep pushing forward, keep believing in yourself. Like the video, guys. Wish me a lot of luck and success. This has got to be the year of us getting whatever it is that we want out of life, whether that's a relationship, whether that's financial freedom, whether that's building new friendships, whatever it is, guys. This has got to be the year. We can't have this year be the same as last. It's got to be a way better, way more happier, way more like a spectacular year, guys. With that being said, got nothing but love for you. Make it a great Monday. Much love, much peace.